Moscow was under the biggest attack of the entire war, and how did it find out? By looking out the window. Because government didn't make a sound. There were no sirens, no alarms, no text messages. Meanwhile, a refinery burned 15 kilometers from the Kremlin, black smoke over the city, oil rain. Russia's own air defense said they shot down nearly 200 drones over the capital, and the ones they didn't shoot down, you could watch from your kitchen. The first instinct is to say that's crazy. How do you hide the fire that people can see from their balcony? They were not trying to hide it. No, Russian propaganda has stopped trying to convince people the war is going well. The smoke is right there. It switched to a different goal. Punishing people for filming and publishing videos of attacks. But quickly, before we keep going, hit that like button. It genuinely helps more than you think. And subscribe so you catch the next one. And now let's get back to Moscow. So picture the split screen. Out of your window, a refinery on fire, the smell of fuel in the air. On the main TV channel that same morning, nothing about it. The lead story was Putin at a summit, and he didn't say a word. The next story, snow. Yeah, snow in Yakutia. The refinery got a sentence buried somewhere. Air defense is working heroically. Almost everything is shut down. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Moving on, moving on. No photo, no video. Well, just a month ago, Moscow quietly made it illegal to publish photos or videos of drone strikes aftermath. The official reason? Oh, that's fantastic. Fighting misinformation. Okay, so the things you film yourself, you see from your window is what, misinformation? No, the actual information is the problem. Well, actually, more than 30 Russian regions already had the same rule on the books. Moscow was just next in line. And now let's watch what the loudest pro-war voices do, because they split into two completely different messages. Track 1 is for the people who still watch the TV. The job is to soothe them. A war correspondent for a Kremlin tabloid, and I'm not paraphrasing this, he said, you need to tuck your ear under the corner of the blanket and go to sleep. If you're unlucky, he says, God will arrange it so that you won't even notice the moment you pass on to the next world. And if you're lucky, they'll dig you out. Wow, great. That's the comfort they're offering. Just go back to bed. And, well, it doesn't matter what happens next. The senior state television executive lands the official mood. It could have been worse. Very high-quality work, really. Well, that's track 1. Everything is fine. Just don't look too closely. Track 2 is for the people who actually looked. And track 2 is not soothing. It's a threat. The propaganda final boss, Solovyov, called for opening treason cases, treason, against those who filmed the attack from their own windows. Well, yeah, he said you need to run their faces through facial recognition, find them, and break them in interrogation. He called them worthless. He called them traitors for the crime of pointing a phone at a fire. Solovyov said, everyone who sends these videos need to go to prison. The simple fact that one blogger published the footage is enough grounds to jail every single person who filmed it or forwarded it. Not for leaking a state secret, no. For showing the sky over your own house. Moreover, Solovyov explained on air exactly what he thinks the goal is. He said the quiet part out loud. Russian media shouldn't talk about strikes on Russia at all, he said. Only about successful strikes on Ukraine. Oh, interesting. He's not telling you the refinery isn't on fire. He knows you can see it. He's saying the goal for the television to win anyway, for the screen to beat your own eyes. Well, propaganda, that's how it is. That's how it's working. Keep quiet. Keep scrolling. And most importantly, keep the phone in your pocket. If you won't believe it, be afraid to say it. People in the towns near the refinery woke up to find an oily film on their cars, on their windows. They started calling it oil rain. Actual petroleum coming down out of the sky onto their property. And the Regional Environment Ministry's official response? No, no, no. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. No pollution was recorded. That's official. You can stand in your own driveway, wiping the oil off your car, and the state will look you in the eye and tell you there's nothing there. And then there's another issue of shelters. That same town got asked a simple question. Where are people supposed to go to take cover? The authorities refused to release the addresses of the bomb shelters. Refused. Until martial law is officially declared. Wow, amazing. They really care about the people. Well, nearly 200 drones over the city, a refinery in flames, oil falling on your car, a shelter you're not allowed to find, and 16 people hurt in the suburbs, including a child. That apparently still doesn't clear the bar for the confirmed threat to life, because the bar was never about your life. The bar is the narrative. So what do you do if you're the machine when the smoke won't go away and the people won't stop noticing? You change the subject. And right on cue, the same channels that could not say the words Moscow is burning suddenly had something they were very excited to tell you instead. Trump's envoys, Witkoff and Kushner, are coming to Russia soon. It's arranged, Russian government says. Putin's at a gathering in Kazan, shaking hands with world leaders. Diplomacy is moving. Exhale. Don't look at the smoke and don't inhale. And I want to be careful right here because this is exactly where it gets tempting to say Putin is losing his grip. No, it doesn't look like that. This system, no, it's not cracking yet. The silent sirens, the photo ban, the oil rain that officially never happened, the treason threats, snow in Yakutia as the news, that's a system working precisely the way it was built to work. The only thing that changed today is that the smoke got too big to hide. So the mask slipped, and for a moment you could see the machinery underneath. No, it was never about convincing you. It was about keeping you quiet while it burns. Putin can run that playbook for a long time. Months, maybe years. The refineries will keep getting hit. The sirens will keep not sounding. And the television will keep finding whether to report on something very, very exciting, like a zoo or something else, or snow in Yakutia. So the question that should keep you up at night isn't whether the propaganda is failing. It's how long people will keep tucking their ear under the blanket when the fire is already in the window. Well, let's follow the real news and the real information. Please hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.